So, can you actually say openly that you like Dragon Ball?
I would love to, because I love the series, but I am hesitant to say it out loud.
Thinking Japanese pop, I'm Cody, and here with me is...
Yoshi here. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you so much, and I'd like to talk about the struggles today.
Struggles of manga lovers in Japan.
Yeah, thank you for explaining it. But we encounter so many struggles as we live in Japan and we love manga, we love anime, but we often face not struggle. It's not that serious, but sometimes we have really tiny problems and worries. And the first thing is, if you love super famous series such as Dragon Ball or One Piece, you kind of get hesitant to say it out loud.
Yeah,
right?
I totally get that. Because it's so famous and it's so well known that we sometimes feel like just by saying like, oh, I love Dragon Ball, or I love One Piece, we might sound a little shallow or something to manga lovers.
That's the feeling,
right?
I mean, you can say it to your family or your best friends that you love Dragon Ball or One Piece.
Because we love them. We love them.
Yeah, because if people love them, you can say it to friends. But let's say you meet someone and that person loves manga, and we kind of started conversation about our favorite manga. And
the tricky question, what's your favorite manga? That's the one.
That's I would say that's an harassment. Kind of harassment.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a hard question to answer, right?
Yeah, right.
Because when you actually say, look, we love Dragon Ball, right? We love Dragon Ball and we love One Piece. But if we say, oh, my favorite one is Dragon Ball or my favorite one is One Piece, if we say that to the super, a person who loves manga so much, then that person might be like, oh, you like that famous manga,
Yeah, they would go like, I mean, everyone loves it. So
right?
They are kind of, it's not condescending, but it's just they feel like, oh, I'm talking to manga lover.
Yeah, I mean, it's just among manga fans, the reaction is often like, obviously, that's like, everyone loves it. Right?
So,
it's just too iconic, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I cannot even say, I love Doraemon, by the way.
Yo, I love it too. I love Doraemon.
I mean, I owned manga series, and I've watched so many movies, and I've watched the old TV series with, old casts, voice actors. I love it, but I'm hesitant to say I love Doraemon.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's just everyone does.
And so everyone does, and everyone knows about it. So okay, Doraemon. So what's your favorite moment in this story, or what's your who's your favorite character? And
if you want to say if you want to say I love Doraemon, you really have to know everything about Doraemon.
Yeah, exactly. All the items that Doraemon has, and there's it just almost feels like a quiz starts after you say I love Doraemon's and then people oh, you know about this Doraemon's items, and then if you don't know it, you're in trouble.
Those tiny details, or say trivia of Doraemon, Easter eggs or something like that. You have to know everything to say I love Doraemon. Well, I love Dragon Ball. So it is always. I'm always hesitant to say it out loud. So that's a struggle number one. You will kind of get hesitant to say, I love this famous series.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... So sometimes what I do is that I kind of try to understand how much the person loves manga. And then if the person is like super into so many things, only like core manga fans would know about, like they know everything about those too. And then I would go to like, oh, my favorite one is blah, blah, blah. Something that only those core fans would know, right? And if they're like, oh, you like manga, I don't really read them. What's your recommendation? That kind of person. Then I would say, I love Dragon Ball. I love One Piece. Something that person would heard of, So I kind of adjust my answer accordingly.
You have to read the room.
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of. I wonder if that feeling is mutual, or like the listeners
I wonder
in
too.
other countries feel the same way.
Yeah.
If they come across those kind of conversation.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure if it's a Japanese thing.
Maybe it's a Japanese thing.
Maybe we are too Japanese.
Maybe. But it's kind of funny, like how much thoughts goes into answering such a simple question. What's your favorite manga? Is like, I have to think, like, is this person like really, really into manga? Like, is this person just trying to hear some sort of recommendation from me? Is this person's like, is this person's going to judge me if I say Dragon Ball or like One Piece because it's such a well-known masterpiece?
Because some people judge us by the answer, right?
Yeah.
So it's really it's a serious problem, actually.
Yeah.
We have to really put so much thought.
Yeah,
in it.
I really have to read the room.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a simple question, but it's a really tricky one too. That's
it's
actually
a tricky one.
too.
Yeah. It's a very tricky question.
And tricky question, and you encounter that kind of question so many times.
Yeah.
So, like, what we are talking about my favorite manga series, but when I say like, oh, I love watching movies, and some people just go, "What's your favorite movie?" And they are, usually judging me by the answer.
What do you usually?
So I have to kind of adjust the. I have to read the room and adjust my answer. So because so I prepare because I encounter that kind of question so many times. I have prepared my answers according to the people that I'm talking to. Let's say my favorite manga. If I'm talking to someone who's I'm trustworthy or like who's just nice and trying to make just small conversation, I would just say Mushishi, which is my favorite manga of all time. So I'm just be honest and tell them. If they don't know about it, it's totally fine. I can explain it. I can explain why I love the series. But say some people, they try to judge me by the answer. I would answer Nikubami Honegishimi, which is a really recent one, and it has a like occult or like horror themed the story, and that's like if judgmental person hear that title, they're like, you love manga, you read manga.
Yeah.
So just to show them off
how much you read. Right.
Yeah. I mean, I love the series too. So that's why I'm answering the Nikubami Honegishimi. So that's my prepared answers, I guess.
So if you ever ask this tricky question to Yoshi, and if you get those answers, whichever Mushishi or Nikubami Honegishimi, and then you know how Yoshi thinks of you. Now you know.
Yeah, actually, yeah. If I answer Mushishi, I trust you.
Yeah. But if you get the Nikubami Honegishimi, then Yoshi thinks of you as a judgmental person.
Yeah, judgmental. Judgmental dude.
Oh, now you might have to change your answers now.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't talk about this. My secret.
Yeah, but then
But,
still, I mean, of course there are some series that we haven't read, right? Like, those really famous ones. Or maybe you haven't finished reading them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so even though you want to talk about it, like if you're talking to a person who's like super into manga, that person might be asking about like, oh, what did you think about the ending? And like you haven't reached there yet. It's like you're gonna be in trouble. So you really have to think about like we need to like kind of think about what to answer, right? Because if he said like it's my favorite series, and then it's like like I love it so far, but I haven't finished it yet, kind of thing. And then like the person's like, do you really love that series? You haven't finished it, So like we're a little scared of how people might judge you, or how people might judge us by the answers, right? And I think it's kind of like it's a very Japanese thing, I guess.
Yeah. But the good thing about Dragon Ball or Doraemon or maybe Sazae-san, like our favorite, Japan's favorite series, they don't really have an ending. So
yeah, that's very
we
true.
don't really get to, we don't really need to know the ending because they don't have endings. So, and also it's on TV or in the bookstores so many generations, throughout so many generations. So you can just say, oh, I've read it when I was in elementary school and I love the series. You can just say that.
Right? That's very true. And then the interview starts though.
But One Piece.
Yep.
You kind of have to catch up to the latest volume.
Yeah.
To talk about One Piece.
Yeah, so, if you say your favorite manga is One Piece and the person you're talking to is like super core One Piece fan, then that person would probably would want to talk about the latest series,
latest volume.
volume.
Yeah.
And if you haven't read it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I love One Piece. But I started watching the anime series when I was in elementary school. So I only know up until I think do you remember NL? The Thunder guy?
Yep.
That was my favorite character.
Oh.
So it's kind of now it's old, right? He's an old character. I don't know if he ever shows up again. So I cannot really say I love One Piece because I stopped reading at the certain time. So because it just keeps going.
Yep.
So I promise to myself I'm gonna read it when it's finished.
Yeah, it's just like one of the reasons that it's so hard to read all that is that like sometimes I have like way too many manga that I want to read. It's like I have like the list.
Reading list is too long. Yeah.
Because there are so many available and there's so many great mangas, right? Which is a great thing because we have so many choices to choose from. And I think we're really, really privileged to have this amount of manga available for us, right? But it just sometimes I feel like I have like way too many. I have so many. I have so many titles on my list.
And also, like, let's say One Piece or like Dragon Ball, you will encounter those series no matter what you do, right? You probably have a chance to read it in like 10 years from now. You probably see it everywhere. Right. So I always feel like I should probably stick with my reading list because they might, cancel the series.
Yeah, right. And then you might not be able to find them in the bookstore anymore or the digital version.
That's the thing. I mean, some series, they don't have digital version and they only have physical copy and it's sometimes really hard to find them. So I prefer to stick with my reading list. rather than the jumping onto the favorite or like everyone's favorite series or famous series.
Yeah, I get that too. And then I do that for like not only for manga but also for movies and like for games and stuff like that, because I have so many lists for all these kind of different genres, different things, right? And then like when I try to like watch like a super famous movie, I would know that it will probably be on like Netflix or like some other platforms, right? And it'll be available. And then because it's so famous and it's so popular, there's gonna be DVD available even after like 10 years, 20 years, right?
Yeah.
So but then like there's so many other things that I want to watch too, like the indie movies or something like not too like well known, but it's a great one, right? So like it happens not only for manga but for movies or like games, or, like any kind of things, right? Because we have so many available, like so many movies, so many games, so many mangas available for us. It's
too many, maybe.
Yeah. It's a great
too many for
thing.
one person to consume.
Yeah.
Actually.
And it's so hard. And I sometimes fear that I'm not going to be able to finish reading all the stuff that I want to read in my life. Yeah. I might just not have enough time. I couldn't just like quit doing all the job that I do and maybe dedicate all my time to reading manga. Then maybe it's possible. But if I do that, I'm not going to have any money in my bank account, right? I'm not going to have food on my table. So that's a problem too, right? So it's kind of like a dilemma.
That's actually probably the biggest worry of my life.
Yeah.
I might not have enough time to,
read everything.
Consume those. Read everything that I wanted to read.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear, maybe.
Yeah. But sometimes,
I'm scared now.
Yeah. Sometimes like manga has like the movie series and they have like the original version was like a novel or something like that, and then you would want to like read those, or you want to watch those movies too, and then that also takes time, right? So it's like, so I kind of have to choose which one I would go first.
Yeah,
it's very hard.
Ultimate decision. You have to make an ultimate decision. You have to sacrifice something.
Yep. In order to entertain ourselves.
We are going into a dark place.
Yep. But it's a happy time too. It's a happy place
true.
too.
Yeah, like that kind of struggle makes me exciting to read those series, or like it's just fun to worry about those things or talk about those, judgmental people.
Yeah.
Make fun of those judgmental people is fun.
Oh, I do have another struggle though.
Oh, okay.
It's a space problem. Let's hear it. It's a space issue.
Ah, right. If you want to buy physical copies.
Yes. It's so hard to keep them because it takes so much space, and we Japanese people, I mean, except for some rich people who have like huge house, apartments in Japan, like especially the one in Tokyo, right? They aren't exactly huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be hard to imagine how tiny Japanese apartments can be for Western people, but they can be super tiny.
Yeah.
So I would love to like collect all these like manga physical copies for like one series, and sometimes there are like 50 of them, 60 of them, more, maybe more. Then I just don't really have space for them anymore. So I also kind of have to really decide which physical copies I buy, which one I would go for digital.
That's actually a great debate topic. Let's talk about it next time, or like sometime soon. Physical versus digital.
Yeah. I mean, for the space-wise, I usually go for digitals. But, sometimes when you really love the series, you want to collect the physical copies as well, right? And
yeah.
because I'm also like a I'm also a gamer. I have all these like collections of
Yeah,
like gaming
I mean,
stuff.
look at the shelf
And
behind you.
yeah, and then I also have like figurines and like I have all the equipment for streaming and like my room is like filled with my favorite things. And I do have physical copies of manga, like my favorite one, but I feel like I'm not gonna be able to buy any.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
usually our
yeah.
favorite manga
Mhm.
has so many volumes.
Yep.
Let's say Naruto. Or
Yeah,
like,
Naruto.
let's
crazy
say
ones.
Detective Conan.
Yep.
Case
That's
closed. I mean, look at my bookshelf right behind me. There's 108 volume. 108 volumes of Detective Conan, and I own all of them, and it's hard to keep.
And maybe whenever you want to
Yeah.
move to somewhere else, like to a new apartment,
Yeah.
new house, and then like all these like manga boxes.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
remember when I was moving to my place, the boxes that I had with mangas inside, they were like bricks. They're like so
Yeah.
heavy.
Really heavy.
Yeah, physical copies can be very heavy too,
Uh-huh.
and they take up so much space.
Yeah. And
Yep.
talking about the space in Japanese houses or like apartments, when I was living by myself
Mhm.
before I get married, I invited my American friend to I let him stay at my place. And when he walked into my apartment, it has had a just one room. It has kitchen, it has a bathroom, but it's just living room, just that.
Just
And
one room, kind
when
of. Yeah,
just one room, and that's the thing, one room in Japan. And when my friend walked into my apartment, he said, "This is a prison cell."
I mean,
I was like,
it's yeah.
I couldn't say anything, but I was like, I'm living here.
Yep. I mean,
And,
yeah.
that's how tiny most of Japanese houses or apartments.
Yeah. It can be very, very small. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
Like when you watch American TV shows or like movies.
Yeah, they live in huge houses.
Yeah, they say they are poor and they are living in a tiny house, but it's way bigger than ours.
Yep.
So we were like, but you are living in this room. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's good living.
Yeah. You have all the spaces. Like, you have all the
Yeah.
spaces for everything.
Right?
Yeah, like when I
So,
was
yeah, that's-
living in the previous apartment, I couldn't have like dining table because I had no space.
Oh, right. I mean, one room. When we live in one room apartment,
Yeah, you gotta
you don't
have your
really have
bed, you have all
dining
your
table.
clothes. Yep,
Yeah.
all your collections and your
Yeah.
whatever you need for living, and then that's it, right?
I mean, I was eating on the floor, so maybe that was a prison cell. It looked prison cell to my friend, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
but yeah, anyways,
Mhm.
so we were talking about all the struggles, right? And then I guess one of the
Yeah.
biggest one that we face is, the answer, like choosing the right answers for this question.
yeah.
What's your favorite
yeah.
manga, right? So we'd love to know what
Mhm.
you would say to that question whenever, if anyone asks you that.
Yeah.
We'd love to know
And-
your answer. Yeah.
And I'd like to know how you read the room.
I mean, we're not going to judge. We're not going to judge, right? We're not going to judge.
Yeah, we don't want to judge by the title of manga, but we'd like to know how you read
Yeah.
the or if you read the room, or
Yeah.
if you do, how you read the room,
Mhm.
and if you change the titles, how you change the titles. We'd like to know that.
Yep. We'd love to know that. All right. Thank you so much. So this program is brought to you with the support of the manga app emaqi. And also, you can, you can actually find all the kinds of mangas there. So be sure to check out the links in the description. And don't forget to follow the show and leave a rating and send us your comments. We'd love to know your answers.
Please comment.
Yep.
I mean, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Mushishi, there.
Anything
emaqi.
is okay. We love to know your
Anything's okay.
But if you also read the room like we do, we love to know how you do it.
Please.
All
Let
right.
us know. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know, please. Thank you so much, and we see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.